time to make a book, but it cost me £8,000. I look back at it and I said, I was mad, you know. So that was actually good because it started me on a trajectory where I realized I can't do this again, right? It was a traditional publisher that's part of the problem. So anyway, so in lockdown I embarked on a publishing course, and I was able to learn properly to do my own publishing. So now I do my own publishing. I have about a dozen books out there, non-fiction books. I have a few with me here. These are my more recent books. This is 101 inspirational quotes, original inspirational quotes, and they're my quotes, okay? That makes you think. So it's not the run-of-the-mill quotes, okay? There are some quotes that are quite abstract, some of them, but people use them for workshops and all sorts of things. It makes you think out of the box, really. Yeah, literally. So this is my most recent one. Actually, my most recent one is this one, which is Soccer Stories for Young Readers. This was part of my program. I was asked to write something about something I know nothing about, so clearly I know nothing about soccer, right? So I had to research it, and my other half, he thinks he knows about soccer. So I mean, I did the stuff. And so this is my most recent book, and it's one of my smaller books for young readers. I don't really like to work with kids, you know, but you know, I had to do something different.
So did you acknowledge your partner in that book?
Yes.
Okay.
and other people too. And I have the pictures in my book. I have my quotes in all my books too, actually, because it makes people think, right? So I have about 12 books about, you know, around this size. This one is called Blended and Special. And I thought I was smart when I was writing these books, blended and special. But then I realized that nobody would be looking on Amazon for blended and special. What it means then is I have a child with special needs.
Wow.
So it's for blended families caring for kids with special needs. But only me know that, right? So this book sort of flopped in a way. So I had to re-engineer it, and so the e-book has a different name, right? But it is the same book.
What's the new name, please?
Blended Families Parenting Kids with Special Needs.
Oh.
I had to do that
So
because
SEO.
I had to go do that because also I do my books in Audible. So for Audible books are based on your e-books. So I was able to do that, and I make quite a few sales, more sales in Audible. Audible is where it's at, guys. Audible is where it's at. It costs you to make it because you have to get proper narrator and all this sort of thing, but it's worth it ultimately. So this is one of my first books. So Blended Families, where I grew up in a blended family, caring for kids with special needs. It's not my bestseller, but there's another one about blended families. Step parents and all this sort of thing.
I'm going to sound maybe very ignorant, but what is, I don't know what that term means.
Blended families that step families.
Two families come together.
Yeah, step families,
Okay, I've never heard that.
which is many families now. I mean, you know, all sorts of things. So America, we tend to say, you know, because I target America, that's where the market is, by the way, too. They buy quite my books, okay? So blended families. So I have about 12 of those books, and then I have what I call low content books. So this is like my gratitude journal, okay? And I have a lot of coloring books for kids, but all of them have some thought and method to the madness. All of them have my quotes in there. So the children
I like that term, I use it a lot.
And also it's inspirational journals too, so there's also something to write. So they're writing, they're thinking, okay? They're imagining what the quotes could mean. You know, I have a quote, for example, that says, it's better to walk away limping than to stand firm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, nice.
And that's maybe one of the simpler ones. And then when you talk to young people and talk about what is the wrong place? You know, what do you mean by limping? And then you get into it, and so they use it for workshops. And I run a non-profit organization that we've used quite a bit to support those guys who are looking for employment and so on. So that is me. I don't want to take this, right? So that's what I do nowadays. So now I've made a business out of it under my company, because my company is education anyway. So I'm educating my people so they don't have to pay $8,000 like me, and they can learn to publish their own books themselves. So once you learn it, you don't need a publisher next time. Okay? And the whole ins and outs, and I'm still part of my mastermind, so I keep up to date using AI and all this other thing. For example, this cover I modeled myself. Okay? Normally I don't do the covers because I'm not a designer, right? But I thought I'd mess with it, and so I did this one.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, myself. And also this one, my gratitude journal cover. But this one you can see is quite professional, and it's done by somebody else.
But I prefer your ones, excuse me.
Right? So I do outsource some stuff. You know, you have formatting, editing. I don't play with my editing because my books must have proper, you know, grammar, the whole drama. Yeah. So I work with other people in terms of editors and all sorts of things. So I have high quality books. You know, I'm a linguist normally, my profession, so I like languages and I tend to like to write and all sort of thing. I also have a business degree, and that's why I thought I could write a business book. Thought I could run business, and I realized it's, business was running me. So that's why I documented my journey, and it became a book, and that was the one that cost me £8,000. But it's proper professional. It's proper professional. They did a good job.
It was your limp, and you still standing.
And I stood there, absolutely. And I used that as my launching board, and I moved on and stuff. So that's really,
Nice.
So, yeah.